As runners, we all challenge ourselves in ways we never thought possible, pushing the boundaries of what we're capable of to smash through targets and set ourselves new, bigger and better ones.
This awesome hobby that we share gives us one thing in common, and it brings us together as a community. Whether you're working towards completing your first parkrun or you're a veteran of the sport who's run 100 ultra marathons, we all know the feeling of reaching that maxed out effort and our own red line.
Welcome to our podcast, where your hosts Brett Elsmore and Andy Maguire discuss the struggles, the successes and everything in between on our running journeys, as we all work towards the next time we're running the red line. Hello and welcome to episode 86 of Running the Red Line. I'm Ron Burgundy and I am joined by a man who 60% of the time runs a PB every time. How are you doing this week, mate?
I'll take that. Do you know, I think the actual best character from Anchorman, I think is Fantana. No, Fantana, Brian Fantana.
Really?
I love, absolutely. Obviously, there's so many good characters in that film, but I think Brian Fantana just steals the show. He's just so funny. Yeah. But he's one of those actors that I just love him in everything he does. Paul Rudd. I think.
He's great and never ages.
I know. He just seems to get younger and younger.
Yeah, he's in his 50s and he still looks like he's in his 30s. What's going on?
Yeah. Well, I have come to today's fancy dress party as a rather aggressive-looking strawberry. We did say we were going to do fancy dress tonight, so if you are listening, then Brett and I are both dressed up. I am in my wife's onesie because I realised with about half an hour to go that I'd forgotten we'd said we'd do fancy dress. And I couldn't quite find all the pieces that I wore to my fancy dress party last week. So here I am in a Demogorgon onesie. Now, if you don't know what a Demogorgon is, it's an aggressive strawberry. So if you don't know what Stranger Things is, this probably won't make a hell of a lot of sense. But Demogorgons, how would you describe a Demogorgon? They're like monsters.
They start off quite cute and little, don't they? But then grow into quite an aggressive cat-like monster. But their face opens up into like a banana peel with 5 skins.
Yeah, and it's
reveal lots of teeth.
It's sort of like I like that, isn't it? That was terrifying, wasn't it?
That was quite good.
Thank you. Thank you. And you look like Ron Burgundy / you're on your way to a job interview. Because you couldn't find a burgundy jacket.
No. Do you know, I did exactly the same as you and realised this morning that we were supposed to do fancy dress. And I was like, what do I do? What do I do? And then realised I could do this because of my moustache and hair was long enough. So I just needed to hair dry my hair into a rather bouffanted side parting. But
that's good.
Yeah, I ran uptown today to have a look through all the charity shops to try and find a burgundy jacket. Couldn't find one anywhere, so ended up borrowing my nephew's blue jacket because obviously Ron Burgundy does sometimes wear a blue jacket. But I feel like the kid at the end of Big because it's way too big for me, and my nephew, who I've borrowed it from, is only 14, and
really
his jacket drowns me. So yeah.
Does that mean you can like wear junior clothes? You're that size?
Well, what I've found from the past is I've always worn a men's small, and back when H&M used to be a big thing in the early 2000s for the alternative person, Um,
Hang on, what shop?
H&M.
H&M was like a
Yeah, because you could
grungy shop.
Well, you'd buy all your hoodies from there, wouldn't you? And your skinny jeans and things like that. But
I don't know.
as an alternative kid, you would wear clothes which weren't like mainstream. So you'd go for the like more comedy style stuff. So you'd have like cartoon characters and things like that on your clothes and things. And I found that H&M Kids, and age 14 plus, was exactly the same size as a men's small.
Really?
Yeah, but it's the same size, but everything's cheaper because you don't pay VAT on kids' clothes. So you could go into the H&M Kids section and buy 14 plus clothes, and it would be way cheaper than buying the men's version.
I think there's something in that, because have you ever been to like a restaurant and just wanted fish fingers and chips like off the kids menu?
Yeah, but they won't serve it yet because you're an adult.
Yeah, well, I think there's a Ricky Gervais skit on that on one of his shows. I think it's Afterlife or something like that, where they won't let him have it because he's an adult or something. But I think there might actually be a law against it. Like maybe it is something to do with VAT and tax or something.
Yeah,
I don't know.
possibly. Yeah, possibly.
Like they're legally obliged to offer kids stuff, but adults are not allowed to have that because it's only for the kids. I don't know.
Yeah, that's why the kids menu is cheaper, because it's kids portions and for children.
But why does that menu always look more appealing? It's like, yes, I want fish fingers and chips and beans. Yes, I want chicken nuggets. I want chicken goujons. I want alphabeti spaghetti. You know, that's exactly what I want. So, what was the? Do you remember alphabeti spaghetti?
Yeah.
I was a big fan of that. Do you remember the frankfurters you could get with the tin of Heinz, the sausage and beans?
Oh yeah, I was about to say that they were the best things. Yeah, was the mini sausages and beans.
Yeah, that was pretty legendary. I don't even, is that still a thing now? Can you even still get that?
Yeah.
All right.
And they still do what's called breakfast in a can as well, don't they? Have you ever had one of those?
No.
So you get like sausage and beans and all your other, like some scrambled egg and bits of other stuff in a tin. So your whole breakfast is in a tin.
Wow. I bet that's absolutely awful for you.
Yes.
I bet
Yeah.
There's multiple red flags there, health-wise.
Yeah.
It sounds wonderful.
It's a bit like, have you ever, sorry, just to interrupt again, I've never had one, but some places sell like beef burgers in a can.
You sell beef burgers to swans?
But a whole as in not just the burger, in a bun as well. So in a bun with the sauce and everything in a can.
In a can?
Yeah.
So that is obviously being made to be preserved.
Uh-huh.
That's not good, is it? Like,
no. It's like the next level up from a Rustler's burger.
Oh yeah, Rustler's burger. Yeah, the real mark of luxury. As a student, I used to eat so many of those microwave burgers.
And because you put the bun in the microwave as well, it goes really hard on the edges, but still stays soft in the middle.
Starts cooking, doesn't it? Yeah. And it's 400,000 degrees in the centre as well. Yeah. Do you know that's one thing, right? I don't know if you've had this conversation on...
it's hotter than the sun.
Could go your way, could go mine. I am not a fan of microwaves. I never have been.
Microwaves?
Pop de pings. I don't like the way... I just don't trust them. I'm not a fan.
In what sense?
I never have been. Anything that cooks from the centre out is the work of the devil. That, to me, makes no sense.
But it doesn't always work that way, does it? Because that's why you have to stir things. Like if you put soup in a microwave or put rice pudding or something in the microwave, you have to stir it because the centre will be cold and the outside will be cooked.
Have you ever put a grape in the microwave?
No.
See what happens. No, actually don't. If you're listening to this Running the Red Line podcast and you take everything we say as gospel, do not, because there is a possibility you may blow up your house.
Is it because a grape is mainly made of water and the water boils and it explodes?
It basically, within, I'd say, a half a second, a chemical reaction happens within the microwave, and all you see is a flash of light and a massive bang. Like the grape blows up, it implodes, it explodes, and it just, yeah.
Is it like when they put the gremlin in the microwave in Gremlins?
That is so dark, isn't it? Like, when you think about, when Laura and I watched the Gremlins, I was like, oh, it's a really heartwarming film, little gizmo and stuff. Gremlins is an awful, awful film. Those gremlins are psychos, aren't they?
Yeah.
They kill that bloke, don't they, with the fairy lights or something? And I can't remember what they do. They literally are psychopaths.
Yeah.
It's really quite a dark film, Gremlins.
Yeah,
poor little Gizmo's caught in the middle of it.
I love it. Yeah, and they shove the one in the blender, don't they?
But I think they put a rabbit or a hamster in the microwave, don't they? No. I don't think it's another gremlin. I don't think it's another gremlin.
I thought it was when the gremlins are taking over the kitchen and he's trying to fight his way out of the kitchen and he puts one in the microwave, doesn't he? And it explodes, and then he puts one in the blender.
But I think that the gremlins kill a little animal at one point. And I think that was the point. I said, Laura, turn it off.
Yeah, but it's just in a cage, isn't it? The bunny, and they just grab it out of the cage. I don't think they put it in the microwave.
Yeah, I think they still murder it though. They still rip it to pieces or something.
I think they eat it. Yeah, possibly.
Yeah, that's it. The work of absolute the devil. Gremlins. Gremlins and microwaves are from the same place. Hell.
And then I think Gremlins 2 is the one where they're in the cinema and the one dresses up as the sexy lady with lipstick and
yes. What a scene that is! Yeah. We might have to move on quickly because we won't get time to explain what might happen at any second.
Yes,
we are expecting a guest to join us whenever they're ready. We did actually say for them to surprise us. And we did actually tell them that it is fancy dress. They didn't believe me. I sent them a selfie. I sent them a picture of us. I said, okay. So hopefully they will be joining us in fancy dress. Maybe that's why they might be a little bit late trying to source something to wear. But yes, that may or may not be happening quite soon.
Yeah. Talking of fancy dress, I almost did the cop out and went for something nice and easy because I found at my parents' house the other week whilst I was looking for some stuff.
What have you found now?
Look at that! It's in an old school Ideal skateboards bag as well.
That's a pretty cool bag.
That's a blast from the past. That's like from the 90s. This carrier bag. But I've still got the cardboard hanger that it came on. But I've got my original Scream mask, which is from
H&M.
I'm pretty sure. No.
It's quite alternative.
I bought this when the film came out, the year that the film came out.
I'm guessing 96.
So I think it's 97, I think it was. And it still smells of vanilla. So when they made them, they put like a vanilla flavouring or scent into the rubber so that when you've got the mask on, it doesn't smell all horrible. And it still smells of vanilla, which is amazing. But I was looking at it when I found it. I was like, no way. I found it with the hang tag and everything. And also my knife that I made back in the day.
Legendary.
bit of plastic. And then I was looking at it and I noticed there was like some writing on the bottom. I don't know whether you can see. See on the bottom, it's got like
I can see something seems inscripted.
But it's got like the made in China in there, but it also says Easter Unlimited Inc. copyright. And then in brackets at the bottom, it's got an N. And I was doing some research online about Scream masks. And apparently, the original ones, before Scream was even a thing as a film, they made those masks, and it was just a ghost face mask. And they were made by Fun World or someone like that. And when Wes Craven was making Scream, he wanted a mask for the killer that was just a generic thing that you could buy from any fancy dress shop. So he bought these masks. Yeah, because it could have been anybody. So he bought these masks, and that's what became the Scream mask. So then once the film came out, they started branding them as Scream masks. But if you've got one of the ones that were before Scream was made, they're now worth stupid money because they were like what originated the film. But that one, because it's original from the film, there's different moldings and different castings, and that's why it's got the N in brackets in it. So I thought, I was just curious, so I was searching, found a website all about the different masks and everything, and all the different letters that they could be for the different casting and moldings. So then curiosity got me, and I went onto eBay, and I was looking at the completed listings. How much do you reckon that mask is worth now? Completed listings, this is as well. So what they've sold for?
30 quid?
150 quid.
No.
I was like, how is that possible? I think when I bought it back in 97, it was about 20 quid. But it's now worth silly money, which is crazy.
Yeah, that's... It's a good film, though. It's a good franchise, Scream, isn't it?
Oh, I love Scream. It's such a good film.
You and I, obviously, not quite the same age, but we're from the same generation. And that period of horror films was great, wasn't it? I thought. And like, I'd never really seen slasher films before. And I think Scream is like an entry-level way into horror, isn't it? Especially if you were 13 like I was, or you know, whatever it would have been.
Because it's got those comedy bits in it, and it basically takes the mickey out of the horror genre.
Well, I didn't realise how funny it was until Scary Movie came out. You know, like the whole phone call thing and everything.
Yeah.
But I keep calling to say Wes Anderson, Wes Craven, and especially the Scream. I don't mind 2 and 3. Obviously, it got a bit silly afterwards, but the whole, not only the whole like who is it and being in the dark of, you know, who the killers are, or are there more than one killers? That's amazing anyway. But the way that they deal with suspense, I think Scream is right up there with the best. Mm-hmm. You know that. I can see our guest in the waiting room. Who's this hot chicken?
Amazing.
Oh wow. Well, shall we introduce?
Yeah, we'll go back to Scream and horror films of millennials in a minute, because we need to introduce our guest. Andy, I'll let you do the honours and give him a big build up.
Okay, well, this next person, I don't want to misgender them. This next person is an absolute legend, and hopefully everyone listening to this is all subscribed to this person's YouTube channel. They are in the middle or coming towards the end of a really big challenge, the biggest challenge I think they've ever done. And it's going pretty well from what I understand, but they've agreed to come on the podcast and have a quick chat about everything that they're doing. So please, everybody, give it up and welcome to the stage. It's Madame Freddy Runs.
How we doing, fellas? Good to see you both.
Look at this young lady, looking absolutely beautiful.
Do you know what's the worst part? The worst part with this is I actually did 22 Ks in this get up today, so not smelling the best right now.
Legend.
Is it still slightly damp?
It's managed to dry out, but it's still a bit salty. So.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, you'd probably be not shocked to hear we haven't actually started talking about running yet. We were talking about
No surprise.
90s slasher movies. We were just talking about Scream. So it's Halloween today. We haven't even mentioned that on the podcast. That's why we're in fancy dress. So Freddie, have you been out celebrating or doing anything Halloweeny today or this week? Do you even like it?
No, only the run that I did today. So I dressed up like this and went and did 22k in broad daylight from
Nice.
Blythe to Whitley Bay and back again, getting all sorts of looks and cheers as well, which has been really good fun. But yeah, that's it. That's the only thing I've done.
Is that because they were just reading your chest?
Yeah, pretty much. Exactly.
Everyone in the pub going, cheers.
Yeah.
So yeah, how is your? Well, I tell you what. Why don't you introduce your challenge and what you've been doing? Because what you have been doing is pretty big, isn't it? It's pretty massive.
Do you know? I think you're right, Andy. I think when you said at the beginning there, it's probably the hardest thing I've done. I don't think it's the most intense thing that I've done. I think when I did Endure 24 earlier in the year, 75 miles in a day, that was intense, right? But this has been, the hardest thing I've done. By quite a stretch, actually, and I'll explain what it's all about for those that maybe aren't aware. A friend of mine, unfortunately, almost a year ago exactly, lost her daughter, and she lost her daughter because, and I'm trying not to use the words because I know the words aren't always nice to use, but she took her own life, and on the 4th of November will be the very first anniversary of her death, and she was 22 years old when she did that. And when that happened, obviously, we're all shocked as a community that because she lives fairly close by to me. Her family are from the same town that I live in now. So as a community, it kind of hit hard, right? That this girl who was 22-year-old had just finished university with a first degree honours. She volunteered for Mind, the charity, had a whole life in front of her, but wasn't happy and decided to end it. And that really shook me, and I've been thinking about it for probably 6 to 9 months, thinking, right, what can I do? I can't do anything to help the family necessarily, but what can I do to raise awareness for mental health and whatever else? And I just thought, you know what? She's 22. When she died, she'll be forever 22. Let's go and run 22Ks a day for 22 days in a row. And the last one of those runs will be actually on the first anniversary of her passing. So, and I'm on day 18, just finished today. So, yeah, it's going all right.
Amazing. Well, that's pretty shocking to have had to have dealt with, and you're dealing with it, obviously. But yeah, so how? If we get onto the sort of running side of it, how are you approaching it? Like, how are you doing 22K all in one go? I know you've done that quite a few times, or are you splitting it up?
I've given myself nothing but options. I can do it however I choose, is the rule that I set myself. If I want to do 22 1K runs in a day, then that's what I would do. You know, I've only had to split one day so far,
right?
Because I had a bit of an Achilles problem after, I don't know, maybe 5 or 6 days. Essentially, my left Achilles just went, or the muscles around it just tightened up. And said no. So I said, okay, we'll do 12K in the morning and 12K 10K in the evening to get it done for the day. Otherwise, no, I've managed to get the 22Ks done in the one each day. And I have to say, touch wood, there's a bit of wood over there. The first 4 days, I was like, what am I doing? What am I doing? This is bloody awful. Getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning during the week, you know, leaving the house at 4:30, 5 o'clock, because I'm really keen that it doesn't impact on my work and it doesn't impact on my family life. So you've got to get up and do it early. But then something clicked. Something just clicked. And I don't want to tempt fate, but I almost feel like it's just physically, it's getting easier. Mm-hmm. Mentally, it's not, but physically, it's getting easier. And today is the fastest one that I've done. Number 18 is the fastest one that I've done.
Amazing.
You know, I think the slowest I've done is something like 2 hours 53 minutes, and today I did a 2 hour and 12 minutes, which is only 17 minutes slower than my PB. So
I was going to say that's going pretty well. That is, because obviously for people who like speak English, you're doing about 14 mile a day, yeah?
13.67.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So it's just over a half marathon, isn't it?
that's right.
Which is an impressive amount
Which
to
is
do.
the thing that bothers me, though. It's so close to a half marathon. Everybody keeps referring to it as, oh, he's doing a half marathon a day. No, I'm not. I'm going further.
Yeah.
More.
Yeah.
It's
Half
It's
a
an
K more.
ultra half marathon.
I was going to say it's the equivalent of doing an ultra by doing 43k.
And you know what? That's exactly how I'm approaching it. I'm treating it as an ultra. So the fuel and the pacing, all of that is as if I was doing an ultra. I think I've only really picked up today, getting a bit quicker, probably for two reasons. One, I was in a dress, so let's get it done and get it out of the way. But two, I'm near the end now. I've got 4 more to go, so I feel like I can. I don't want to say risk it, but I know that I can get to the end now. You know.
Yeah.
So you've been working, did you say? You've obviously got a busy family life and all that sort of stuff. So
Yeah.
when it gets hard, have you been, lucky enough to have help and like run with others and stuff? Or how many of these have you been doing on your own? And
So I now live for the weekends because I do keep getting asked during the week, when are you running during the week? Because we'll come and run with you. And I've been really sort of strict with that by saying, look, I don't want to run with anybody during the week, largely because I don't want to be told what time I've got to meet somebody. I set my alarm for 4 o'clock. If I'm out the house by 5:30, great. If I'm out the house by 5, great. I don't want someone sat out my house for half an hour waiting for me. So I've basically said I'm not going to be held to a timescale. So no during the week. But then each Saturday, so we've got one coming up tomorrow. We'll go and do Parkrun. So meet about 8:30, 8:45, do Parkrun at 9 o'clock. For those that maybe want to join in and can only manage a 5K, they'll come and do the Parkrun leg. And then the rest of us will go off after that and do the other 17K. And then we do the same again on the Sunday, meeting up at 9 o'clock. I'm trying to choose different locations. Then 9 o'clock we meet up and off we go, 22K. And they've been great, especially, I mean, they've all been good, but this weekend just gone, on the Sunday in particular, we must have had 15, 20 people turn up, which was brilliant. And they didn't all run all of it, but they ran most of it. And I think we maybe finished with about 10 or 12 of us to do the whole lot. And those runs, frankly, they're the easiest because I'm not thinking about anything. I'm too busy chatting to everyone, So yeah, they're great fun. But the weekends are the slog. And that's why I said physically, I feel great. I actually feel fitter than I have done for probably ever. I can't wait to have a few days rest, and then I am looking over the next couple of weeks to see what races are coming up, to see what sort of fitness I've got, and see if I can use it.
Yeah.
But I have to say, mentally, I am absolutely battered. I am absolutely battered. Getting up at 4 o'clock day after day after day, knowing you've got to go and run over half marathon. And no matter what it's like outside, no matter how cold it is, wet it is, whatever else, I've got to go out and do it. That bit has been really beating me up. And I've actually, and I've done quite well, because when you asked me about the backstory to this, that's the first time I've been able to tell anybody about it in the last week without crying. So I'm doing quite well. But I really have been feeling beat up. I had to take the day off work today. Which I only took it off yesterday. I was like, look, I need a day off. I don't want to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning tomorrow. So I had the day off today, and then I didn't go out till about, I don't know, 10 or 11, something like that. So yeah, mentally it's beat me up, but physically we're all good, man.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah.
So
if you've got,
I've got a question about shoes in a minute. So I'm sure you got a similar thought process, Brett. But you go on, Brett.
Well, I was going to say, so if you've got, is it 4 days you've got left? So you'll finish on the Tuesday, is it?
Correct. That's right.
Cool. So are you going to do that Tuesday one mega early in the morning, or are you going to choose a later run?
Tuesday is going to be really, really special. And this might set me off, but I try not to. It's going to be really special. So Grace, who passed away, she went to a school, King Edward's VI School in Morpeth, which is just a few miles from where I live. They've got an athletics track, pretty good one. So Grace's friend, who joined us for the first parkrun that we did together, a girl called Kate, happens to know the guy that manages, or I think he's deputy head and manages the track. reached out to him and said, look, Freddie's doing this challenge for a former pupil. Can he use the track? And they said yes, but I can only use it from 2 o'clock in the afternoon when all the students are back in the class. And there's a few of us going to go up there and run the full 22k around the track, which is going to be really hard because it's 55 laps, something like that. Really flat, which is going to be nice. No hills are going to be involved. I don't like hills. But I just think that was really poignant. Real good place to do it. It's somewhere that Grace probably ran. She was an athlete herself. She probably ran. And it got a bit spooky as well, this. I don't mind sharing this. There's been a couple of things happen, and only a couple of things happened that have been quite spooky. So Grace has a sister called Lucy who wears Lululemon, and their family nickname for Lucy is Lucy Lemon Drop or Lulu. Well, Lululemon reached out to me and said, we would like to give you some clothing, just to kit you out to do some runs, which that was spooky. It's the nickname of the daughter, and out of all the companies in the world that could have reached out, it happened to be them. And then this one's quite sad, but also again it's spooky in a way. The school said that we could have the track from 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock happens to be the time that Grace passed away, and you just think that's these. And then I let the family know that look, this is the plan on the day. I don't expect you to be there. It's the first anniversary. I just want to, give you the respect to let you know what the plan is. And they've actually said, look, we won't be there for 2 o'clock, but we will come along before you finish and watch you finish, which I thought brilliant. What a way to end. So it's going to be a special day Tuesday.
So
I was just going to quickly say, I've seen on your Instagram that you've reshared a couple of people that have been doing variations of something to do with 2.2 and 22 and things like that.
Yeah, there's been a few people, and that's one thing I asked, if there's anything you can do each day, no matter what it is. If you can do something every day for the 22 days, great. And there's been a few people that have, my nephew, one of them, he's done 2.2 Ks every day. He's quite new to running. So this for him is brilliant. It's a brilliant way to really sort of get him going again. But the one special one is Fiona. Fiona's somebody that I met a couple of years ago at Endure 24. We've got a little group that we have attached to my YouTube channel called the RCC, Runners Connect Community. She's part of that community, and she's actually been doing the full 22 Ks every day as well alongside me. Not when I say alongside me, in Lancaster where she lives.
Wasn't Fiona the machine who was just absolutely smashing it when you did Endure? Yeah, I think
absolutely.
I remember
Fiona, it's the second time that I did Endure, and I remember on my video I actually say something along the lines at the beginning of the event. Watch Fiona; she's going to be the one that outruns all of us, and she does. And she won't mind me saying it. She is never going to beat us in a race, as in a timed race. She's not the fastest, but my God, is she stubborn, and she just won't stop, and she doesn't. And even this one, she said to me, I don't know, maybe 6 months ago, oh yeah, I'll do that with you. And I never thought nothing of it at the time. And then a week beforehand, she's like, are you ready? I'm like, yeah, I think so. Are you? Thinking she'd say, oh, I'm not doing it. And she was like, yeah, I'll just go out and do it. And she does. And I call her the mini beast, because she is about, she's probably about 5'1", something like that. And you look at her and you think, yeah, she's not a runner. She bloody is. She's better running than any of us, I tell you. She's so stubborn.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So tell us about the charity that you're doing it for, and obviously we'll put the donation link in the show notes for this or in the YouTube description. But tell us about who you're actually raising money for.
Yeah, it's a well-known charity. I think most people that have had anything to do with mental health will have heard of them. It is Mind, and honestly, the reason that I chose Mind, and again, it's part of the story. This beautiful 22-year-old girl that had just finished university and had a whole life in front of her. While she was at university, she actually volunteered for Mind, and she did work for them. So it was a simple choice for me. it's okay. That's the organisation she worked for. Let's raise some money for them. And I set a target of £500 because it's really hard to raise money now. I think we all know that. Trying to ask people to put their hand in their pocket for something that we would do anyway. You know, it's like when you want to do London Marathon or something, you have to raise, I don't know, £2,500, £3,000 for something that you would normally do anyway. It's really hard to raise the money, but we surpassed. I think we surpassed the £500 in the very first few days.
Wow.
I moved it to 1,000, and now I've moved it to 2,200 to get that 22. And I think we're on about 1,700 quid at the minute, so it's going really well.
Amazing.
Yeah.
You might be selling yourself short there, mate, because I think what you're doing is not normal. This isn't just a marathon on one day. This is pretty massive, and to be doing it obviously over so many consecutive days, and you're not having a break, are you?
No, it's every day, no matter what.
I just think it's massively admirable, and like, I know we say this all the time in our various YouTube channels, but there are so many like lessons and things you can take from running into your life, and I think it's really inspiring what you're doing. And I think what the best thing about it is, I know what you said was you feel like what you're doing won't directly sort of help the family, but what you're doing is massively inspiring to the wider community and the rest of the world. And you'll never know how big your throw of wisdom is. You know, you're going to have so many people wanting to go on and raise money in the future. And it's amazing. It's massive.
Oh, thank you. But there was one thing that Sharon, Grace's mum, said to me, because I at one point I was like, look, I don't want you to feel like I almost felt like I was throwing it in her face to say, I'm putting this on YouTube, because I did ask her permission beforehand. You know, I didn't just do it. I did ask her permission, and she was really graceful and said yes. But then I did say to her, look, I was just concerned that I'm constantly putting it in your face, because every day I'm posting about this run, raising money for your daughter. So every day you're being reminded by me about this. Not that she needed reminding, but you know, I'm doing that anyway. And she said to me, I love people talking about her because it makes her feel like she's still alive. So I was like, well,
keeping her memory going.
There you go. Yeah. Beautiful. I do want to touch on the shoes. I heard you when you were going to mention shoes.
Yeah.
Talk to us about shoes. Talk to us about what you've been wearing.
So I started off my very first run. I wore my Prime X. I've got the OG Prime X. Yes. And I wore them for the very first run. I've worn them shoes loads. I've worn them loads. I got blisters on the very first run wearing them shoes. Never had them before, but I got blisters on them shoes. So I instantly retired them. I thought, I can't risk that anymore. And then I've been rotating between my Boston 12s, because I have a couple of pairs of those that are in my circulation at the moment, and the Evo SL. Now I got to I've done one in my Pro 4s as well. I just wanted to change the foot. I probably shouldn't have worn them because it was a bit slow, but I wore them anyway, and it was fine. But I have to say, as I know everyone talks about the Evo SL and how amazing it is, I'm going to be another one of those people right now. that shoe, honestly, I reckon I've probably done 80% of these runs in that shoe. Simply because my feet just stay so comfortable. My legs finish feeling fine. You know, I don't know. I think it's maybe because there's no carbon rod in there. It's not beating me up as much. And it's just for this, it has been the perfect shoe. Absolutely love it.
Brilliant.
But I'm like, I'm sure you guys know, I'm a bit like you, Brett. I'm Adidas only. That's the only shoes that I wear currently. And I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to keep it that way, but nothing's really stuck out to say, well, Adidas don't have that shoe already, because they probably do. So why change? You know?
Yeah. That's exactly how I feel. I know Adidas works for me. I get on with every pair of Adidas. So why would I spend a load of money to risk not liking a pair of shoes? So
exactly how I feel.
So tell us about the Lululemon kit you got, and what was it like?
Yeah, what an experience that was. It was out of the blue. They messaged me on Instagram, one of their team leader, I think he is, from Newcastle. And he reached out saying, "Oh, I'd seen on Instagram somebody basically reshared a post. And it's actually a girl called Georgia who I know from Newcastle. She reshared the post and he saw it. And it just shows, actually, first of all, just shows the real power of community on Instagram and all social medias. Used rightly, the message gets in front of the right people, right? Yeah. Well, he then messaged me and said, "Look, I've seen your story. We'd like to donate some kit to you." And I was like, okay. And first of all, in my head, I was like, right, I've got to be really careful here because I'm raising money for a charity. I don't want this to be a commercial transaction. What do they want from me by giving me this kit? Because their kit, as you're probably aware, their kit's not cheap. I don't own any prior to this because I think it's bloody expensive. And I told them that in the shop, not in a horrible way, but it is. And so I was really concerned, what do you want out of this, first of all? And they were really good. And they were like, "Oh, Freddie, we don't want anything out of this. We want to support you in doing these runs. So do you want to come into the shop?" So the very next day I was in Newcastle. They've got a store within Phoenix, in the superstore in the centre of Newcastle. I go into there. There was 4 members of staff working. They all instantly knew who I was. They were obviously been well briefed, knew who I was straight away. Started asking me questions. Took me into the changing room area where there was like a sheet of plastic, I guess, on the door where they would normally get dry white markers and write stuff. And it added all this big "Welcome to Lululemon, Freddie. You're at day such and such of 22. You're halfway there," sort of thing. Yeah, it was really nice. And then a load of clothes were laid out for me to try on in different sizes, different colours. And essentially they gave me a pair of shorts, a long sleeve top, a gilet, and some socks. Three pairs of socks. It's about £300 worth of stuff, which isn't to be sniffed at. And that was just given to me. And I did talk to him about the price in the shop, like I say, because do you own any of our stuff? And I'm like, no, I don't. You're very expensive. And he says, "Okay, we are expensive, but watch how long this kit lasts you." He says, you'll wash it 100 times and it will still look brand new. So we'll see. Wow. We'll see. And I will say, though, that I wore it for the first run on, I think it was on the Sunday last week. Saturday or the Sunday. It was the first time I wore it. And it felt really nice. I can't lie. It felt really nice wearing it. It looked fairly smart, but it just felt good on my skin. It was almost like I was barely wearing anything. Even a long sleeve top and a gilet, you could barely feel it. It was really comfy. Can I justify the price now? I really want to say no, but I'm finding it really hard to say that because it was so comfy.
Yeah. But they always say, don't they? Buy cheap, buy twice.
Yeah, exactly. And I genuinely think that's the case. I don't know that I would go out and buy 10 tops and 10 pairs of shorts, because then you're talking big bucks. I mean, the shorts were £50, the long sleeve top was £78, the gilet was £108. That's not cheap for running kit, but it was good. And more than anything, no, I really, really appreciate that they've just got behind me a little bit to show a bit of support. And they also work with, they work in partnership with a running club or social running group in Newcastle, and I forget the name. It's something like the Coffee Running Group, something like this. And they've actually arranged with them to come and join me on Sunday this week. Cool. Yeah, cool. And they've got one of those backpack speakers, so there's going to be a bit of music playing and whatever else.
Wow, so there'll be a bit of a group of you then. Brilliant.
Yeah, and there's quite a few people that I know or that I know through YouTube that they're all coming. So I'm expecting, and I don't want to curse it because it might go belly up, but I'm expecting a nice little group of us this Sunday. It should be really good fun.
Brilliant. Nice. So which park are you at tomorrow?
I'm at Carlisle Park in Morpeth tomorrow, which is actually Grace's local where she lives. So I've got Grace's dad, who's going to come. He's not going to do the running because he's just hurt his knee playing badminton, but he's going to come down and lend a bit of support, as he did a couple of weeks ago at Parkrun in Blythe.
Yeah. And how have you been planning your routes quickly? How have you been, been doing, you obviously not been doing the same route every time.
well, not far off it during the week. It's so hard to I did have an idea the other day where I said to my wife middle of the week, I was like, I had this idea where I might get up normal time, get up at 4 a.m. and jump in the car and drive down to Blythe, where I can start at the beach and run down to Whitley Bay and back again. But then I'm like, but that's a 20-minute drive to get down to Blythe, and then a 20-minute drive back. That's 40 minutes. You know, and when I've only got a little bit of time to play with, it's really difficult to do that. So my weekday runs have all been from my front door,
Right.
which, you know, like anybody, it's when you're running that sort of distance, you're very limited on the number of ways that you can go. So I have been doing loops or out and backs, but mostly they're on the same road. And I think that's the tedious part. That's why the weekdays, you not just the getting up and the cold and the dark, but just the same. You know, I know every curb now on these bloody roads around here. It's horrible.
Yeah.
Well, we shall bid you adieu and wish you all the very best with the rest of the challenge.
Thanks, guys.
And if you didn't know already, Freddie's got his a YouTube channel, which is called Freddy Runs, and you've been documenting the challenge so far. And I'm sure, obviously, the more videos will be on their way as well.
Yep.
I've been loving supporting you from afar, or the high fives when you pass your son on his way to uni, and everything and that and everything in between. It's been brilliant to watch. So yeah, thanks for joining us, mate. And you're doing an awesome thing. Keep going.
Yeah,
Thank you, guys.
You are doing a grand job, and yeah, it's quite admirable what you're doing. And as you say, only 4 days left. So yeah, enjoy all of those, and then enjoy a well-earned rest on Wednesday.
Thank you, guys. I really appreciate it. I really thank you for bringing me on and letting me share that message. So really appreciate the support.
No bother at all. No bother.
Nice one.
Right, catch you soon, mate.
Will do. Take care, fellas.
Nice one, man.
Bye.
Right, Freddie, if you can hear us, we're just going to crack on with the rest of the podcast, if that's all right. So we will see you soon, dude. And yeah, all the best. Cheers, mate. I think you have to press leave studio. He's done it. He's done it.
That was cool. That was good to have Freddie on.
Yeah, that was really good. What a good bloke doing good things. So
yeah, definitely. And a man after my own heart, an Adidas supporter.
He's been living in the north too long, calling it Adidas.
I know. Yeah, I did notice that. I was going to pull him up on it, but I thought, no, I won't.
Isn't that Americans say it that way as well, don't they?
Yeah, Americans say Adidas. It is actually Adidas because it's Adi Dazzler.
Because I say it is.
No. It's because it's a German company,
Adidas.
so it's actually pronounced Adidas because it's named after Adi Dazzler, who was the like creator of Adidas, and his brother. I can't remember what his brother's name was, but he started Puma.
Oh, was it Puma?
Yeah, no. Because you know what Adi Dazzler's actual name was, don't you? Why they called him Adi?
Adolf.
Rather than it. Yeah, it was. Yeah, Adolf. Yeah.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
I can see why
I think that's why they called him Adi. Yeah. Yeah. So it's Adidas, but then the opposite is with Nike, because we say Nike, but it's actually Nike.
Well, yeah, because it's a Greek word, isn't it? It's the word for completing a sporting achievement, I think. I don't quite know how that word translates. Nike. I'm sure it's a word that's used in ancient Greece. I think that's where the name comes from.
I'm going to Google it because
I'm sure it's something to do with celebrating victory. I think they'd cry it. Oh no, I think it comes from Phidippides.
And it's a Greek goddess. Nike is.
Oh right, okay. Oh, I thought Phidippides she cried Nike.
Nike is the ancient Greek goddess of victory.
I still think Phidippides famously said it, and that's where it comes from. But then again,
she's the Greek goddess of victory, a daughter of the river goddess Styx and the Titan Pallas. And she's personified as a winged figure, symbolizing victory in both war and athletic contests.
See, that's where I struggle with ancient Greek, right? I feel like saying, yeah, Aphrodite and all that, but then you meet like someone who's like the god of wine, but is also a flying horse. You just think, I don't know how true this is.
Well, have you noticed it's Greek mythology?
Yeah.
Myth. Yeah.
Is it? I forgot about that bit. Yeah. It's a bit hit and myth, isn't it?
Oh.
Shall we move on?
Brilliant.
So yes. So in summary, thanks for having Freddie. Thanks for coming on.
Yes.
And go check out Freddie's challenge. Awesome lad. And he's doing really good stuff.
Yeah, he's sharing it all on Instagram and on his YouTube channel, isn't he? Yeah.
Yes. Yep. What were we talking about before?
We were talking about millennial slasher
horror movies.
Yeah.
Should we go down that road, or should we waste some time talking about some horror films? Have we got another half an hour?
What is your favourite horror film of that period?
Of that period, okay. Well, this is going to show me off as a bit of a teeny bopper, but I was a bit of a Sarah Michelle Gellar fan.
Oh, so Buffy?
I know. No, because Sarah Michelle Gellar, do I? And I wouldn't know what you did last summer.
No, you mean Jennifer Love Hewitt.
That's the one. Yeah, they've all got three names, haven't they? So that's who I was a big fan of. Yeah.
Sorry, Sarah Michelle Gellar. She's not in the film of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. She's only in the TV
original.
Series.
Yes.
Yeah, the original film. No, the film came before the series.
Buffy?
Yeah. It was a film, and then it got turned into a TV series, and that's when Sarah Michelle Gellar started.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay, right. I actually didn't even know it was a film, to be honest. No, I didn't know that.
I'm trying to remember who's in it. But you're talking about I Know What You Did Last Summer. Great film.
Yeah, that's a good film. But scariest film of all time.
Oh, okay.
Does this count as it's more of a thriller. The Shining.
Oh, yeah, great film.
I find that psychologically damning. Psychologically scarring, that film. It's we have talked about that before, because we just ended up going Red Ram for about half an hour. Red Ram. Yeah. But yeah, great film, The Shining. That's my scariest one of all time, I think. Oh no, I've got another one. This is probably 5 years later than Scream, but the Saw franchise, especially Saw 1 and 2.
The first one is brilliant. It's such a clever concept.
It is, but then it obviously gets a bit silly as it goes on.
Yeah. Have you? Oh, talking of that style of film, have you ever seen Hostel?
I was about to mention Hostel.
That's got one of the most horrific scenes I've ever seen in a film.
Don't say it. I'm not. Is it the Achilles one?
Yes.
It's yeah. We don't need to talk about it. Yeah.
Oh, I remember just curling up in a ball for ages after seeing that, just thinking about that's horrible. Anyway, going back to it. So Buffy the Vampire Slayer, the TV series, started in 1997, but the film was in 1992.
Ah, right, okay.
And it was.
Oh my God, Jesus Christ! See that muff? Flip it out! There's a bat. I've had to open the window. God, it's Halloween. I thought that was an actual bat. That shocked me. That did.
And
how am I going to deal with this?
You're a Demogorgon. Just eat it.
I'm not going near that thing.
Buffy was played by Christy Swanson, but the male lead was Luke Perry, if you remember him from Beverly
Luke
Hills
Perry.
90210 fame.
That's Luke Perry. Yeah, I do remember Luke Perry. Yeah, trying to name another film he was in, but I can't think it.
And apparently, Pee Wee Herman was in it as well.
That's a name.
Paul Rubens.
Pee Wee. Well, So what's your scariest film of all time? What Halloween film?
Oh, scariest film of all time. Ooh.
You know, if you get some, if you could choose.
The scariest film I've ever seen ever. Arachnophobia.
Arachnophobia. I think I was too scared to watch that. There's another film that is along those lines which I've never seen, and that's Snakes on a Plane. But I think that's more of a comedy, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's so bad, it's brilliant. I love it. Yeah.
Is it a bit like The Deep Blue Sea? Because it's got Samuel L. Jackson in as well.
Yeah, it's similar to that. Yeah, it tries to be serious, but it's not. Yeah, it's not at the same time. Yeah.
Do you remember Lake Placid with the big crocodile?
Yes. Yeah. And Anaconda.
Yeah. What was that TV channel? I can't remember what it was now, but it was like there was a TV channel, a little bit like Comedy Central, which was famous for having stupid films on all the time. And one film I remember watching, which was epically rubbish, was called Mega Piranha. And all these piranhas multiplied, and they got bigger and bigger until they were like the size of like one of them, like 8 New York City.
Yeah,
because it was that big.
I've never seen it, but there's a whole series of films called Sharknado.
Yes, what a concept for a film! It's a shark, but it's also a tornado. Let's make it. Let's make that. That sounds really good.
Brilliant.
Is it a comedy? No. Oh, brilliant.
But I think my favourite horror film from the late 90s, I think it's got to be Scream. I think it's such a great concept and film.
Yeah.
I tell you what, the scariest thing about the Scream franchise, I think was it Scream? It wasn't Scream 2. I think it was Scream 3. Was what's her name? Oh, what's her name? Who plays Gail Weathers? Who was in
Monica.
Friends? Yeah,
Courtney Cox.
I like the fact you called her Monica.
Monica. Yeah.
Courtney Cox's fringe in the third one. Her haircut. Can you remember it?
No.
I'm gonna have to find a photo of it.
Was it really high or something?
Yeah. It
It
was
like
a crime against haircuts.
right.
Courtney Cox, Scream, Fringe. It was Scream 3. Oh man.
Is Scream 3 the one with the recording studio? Oh, Courtney, that's awful. Yeah, that's just hairdressers just been chatting to you the whole way through the haircut, and they've got a bit carried away.
But there we go.
I've got an interesting. I said this on a dog walk today. I've got an interesting barber-related anecdote for you. Somewhere I've not been for a long time. I had to change barbers in Worcester. I went to this place, this hipstery place called.
Do you not cut your own hair?
Well, yes, now, but like.
Oh, this is back in the day.
It was way back when I actually had hair.
Okay,
I had
cool.
What was it called? Barber Town or something. I can't remember what it's called. Some hipstery place where they've got
Barbaran.
Where they've got a like a pool table in the waiting room that just nobody plays with because everyone's just too awkward and too British to sit around and actually socialise. So everyone just sits and just looks at their phone and waits for their turn. But I had to change barbers because the barber called me Harry, and I responded, "All right, mate," and I never corrected him. To the point where I saw him out in Worcester once. He's like, "All right, Harry," and someone went. I was like, "All right, mate." I was like, "Did he just call you?" I was like, "Don't." So I just had to. That's why I've had to move out of Worcester in case I see that guy again.
Yeah.
And I think it might have been because of the
brilliant.
football, Harry Maguire or something like that. I don't know. But he just called me Harry and I never corrected him. And it was no joke. It was the same barber I'd get. Because what it is at this barber, you can wait for the specific barber you want.
Yeah.
And I'd always wait for this guy. I don't know why I didn't start going to someone else. But yeah, it just got too awkward. He just called me Harry for about 4 years. I was like, "All right, mate. All right, Harry, how's it going?" "Yeah, not too bad." And I saw it. It was Laura. Yeah, I was out in Worcester, and he's like, "All right, Harry, how you doing?" I was like, "Yeah, just downtown, just getting a few things." And Laura's just looking at me. Yeah.
And this was before, obviously, Harry Maguire was a big name in football. So it wasn't even like he was taking the mick and calling you Harry Maguire.
I know. Now it's an insult, wasn't it? It was before that. But
he's a good player, Harry Maguire.
Yeah, if you support Man United, he is.
Oh, come on. How many times has he got England out of the poo?
He can take a penalty, I'll give him that. I remember he scored a penalty in a penalty shootout against Italy, and it was one of the best penalties I've ever seen. And but anyway.
And he's got a good head on the days that it's not shaped like a 50p.
Slabhead, they call him, don't they? Slabhead, what a name. So, shall we talk some running?
Yes.
Yeah. I was going to say, do you mind if I start with something before we forget?
Go on then.
Mentioning hostile and horrendous Achilles injuries.
Yeah.
Can we mention Tommy D?
Oh, yeah.
We were very concerned for his well-being last week because we couldn't hear, we couldn't see, we could see his tracker had rolled on and he'd only gone through, I think, about 10k. Well, his race came to an abrupt end, I think, at about 9 miles, I think.
Yeah.
He said he was doing so well. He was just, everything seemed to be going well. And he was doing the Snowdonia or the Air Erie marathon. And it's a very difficult marathon, but he's done it before. And he said I'm pretty sure his Achilles, it just went, just exploded, just went bang, and he couldn't move. Yeah. And he said the weather was horrendous and he had to wait for an hour, I think he said, to get picked up in the freezing cold in a singlet and his short shorts. And said a member of the public literally saved him by throwing their dry robe on him because he was going blue, same colour as his vest. And then he got in the sweeper car, in the sweeper van, that was picking people up. And he said when he got in it, there was him or there was 2 people in it. He said by something like mile 16, it was full. The bus was full. It's like a full coach. So people were just dropping like flies because it was such a bad day weather-wise. It was like really cold and wet. And so, yeah, I think Tommy just had one of those days at the office.
Yeah. Because if you have a look at his Strava, he's hit like PBs on all of the segments and the sections.
No, has he?
All the way up to that 9 mile, and then it's just all gone to pot. So
it's such a funny old game because he's gutted. He's massively gutted because he said he's done 2 marathons this year, and he said they've both been a disaster. He said he did this one just gone, and then Boston, where he got his food poisoning, didn't he?
Well, he had a bad wrap, didn't he?
Yeah,
bad burrito.
Yeah. So
luckily, not the same as what's her name, old Shelby Houlihan. And
I bet he wishes he had one. I bet he wished he had one of them. He had the wrong one. But so he's obviously just feeling massively deflated and feeling like it's, all gone pear-shaped. But he's going to recover from this and he's going to come back stronger. I know it's a cliche, but he will, and he'll remember this, and I think he'll remember what it means to him, and he'll remember the reason why he's so frustrated because he loves it so much.
Yeah.
And I've never been injured, so I'm not the one who should be offering words of advice here, but It's all going to come good for you, Tommy D. Just be patient,
Yeah,
and you'll be back in no time.
Yeah, when I spoke to him, we said chalk it up as a good 9-mile training run, and come back stronger with even more hunger for the next race.
Yeah. We love you, Tommy D.
Yeah.
And all the best, mate.
Yeah. On that, I was going to go over a couple of results from last week, but we did miss somebody from the week before as well. So, can you remember Amsterdam Marathon was a couple of weekends ago?
Yeah.
And we didn't know. We thought we didn't know anybody running Amsterdam. Well, I bumped into him at my shop the other day because he was going to Nat for a sports massage in the courtyard, and that was Richard Harper.
Of course.
And he went over to Amsterdam, and he wasn't expecting a brilliant day, but he said he set off and just everything went right, and he had the run of his life. Everything just felt good, and he's been targeting a 3:30 marathon for a long time, and it's never quite come to fruition. He went to Amsterdam, and everything seemed to go right, and he ran 3:28.
Oh, wow. Incredible scenes. That's amazing.
Yeah. So awesome work over there, Rich.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Well done, mate.
So I said to him, are you now hoping to take that fitness into some shorter races and try and break the PBs because he broke his half marathon PB during the marathon. So
wow. Which I was thinking about this, by the way, and I think that is definitely valid because it's a measured distance, isn't it? It's an official distance. Yeah. So I think if you break your PB within a race of a different distance.
Yeah, and it's an official split. That's the only thing. If it's an official split.
Right, yeah.
If it's off your watch on Strava, then it could be off. No.
Yeah,
but if it's an official split from the race, then definitely take it.
Yeah, that's why I'm a bit annoyed of cancel Valencia because I fancy another crack at a 10k. So I could have just gone to Valencia, run 10k, and then come home.
Well, actually, before we go on, you've just dropped a bombshell, which we haven't actually spoke about on the pod yet. And I'd already said that I was not going to run Valencia, although I hadn't got rid of my place because I don't know why. I'd made the decision ages ago that I definitely wasn't doing it, but I hadn't got rid of the place because something in the back of my head said, well, you never know. But it was a silly, stupid thing in the back of my head. I knew I definitely wasn't going to run Valencia, but somebody else has decided that they're no longer running Valencia.
Yeah, so I was down to run this year because I did it last year, enjoyed it. Bought the bib within the first week before they all sell out, and I think I was a little bit not pressurized, but felt the need to get a place, just in case.
Yeah.
So I got my place. Kicking? I think it did. Yeah. And I always knew in the back of my head that I might give it a miss this year, but I just thought, well, we'll wait and see. And then the summer rolled around, and I thought, well, no, I'm going to be 40 in September, and I really want to go on a big holiday, and that's what we did. And then we found a race at the end of it, and it just so happened to be a half, and I just thought that's, I can train for that and try and get my fairy tale time in one of my favourite places on earth. And then I got back, and I've been thinking this whole time, I can just I can use that half marathon and just roll straight into Valencia and just rock up in Valencia and run an absolute Lightning McQueen job, and I'll feel great. But I needed probably the best part of 10 days to 2 weeks off. Not off, but recovery.
Yeah.
Until my legs felt like they could spin again. And then I thought, I've lost too much time here. I should be peaking now. I should be looking at my peak weeks for Valencia. And I haven't done a run over a half marathon in this whole 10 weeks of training. So I just thought, am I doing it for the sake of it? Am I doing it for the views and the clicks? Yes, I probably am. So I'm going to cancel it. And I sort of said that to you. And well, you actually put the idea in my head and said, you know, why don't you just not do it? And I thought, yeah, I've never DNS'd a race before, but I guess this is my first. But yeah, I don't think it sits right because I've got a backup plan.
I was going to say why.
Weeks, I will be going to Spain to run a marathon in Seville. And I booked that last February. And with not knowing anyone that had ever done it before, didn't know much about the race. I just knew it was fast and flat and similar to Valencia, but a bit quieter. And I had a good feeling about it. And my plan originally was to do Valencia and then do Seville because there's about 8 or 10 weeks between them. But now I can just put all my attention towards Seville, which I feel so much more. I just have like a clarity of, you know, my next few months now, if you know what I mean. I know I don't have to worry about Valencia and tapering for it and recovering from it. I can really train for a marathon as I love doing. And yeah, so everything now is all my eggs are in the Seville basket.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So instead of going for Valencia oranges, you've decided to go for Seville oranges instead.
Yeah, tastes a bit sweeter. But I'm pleased with my choice because I think I've got a bit longer to properly train for it. And do you know what I've never had? I'm coming into a marathon training block in decent shape. Yeah. Normally, I can't run a mile at marathon pace by now. And I'm probably in decent shape to be hitting the long runs from week one, the good quality long runs. So, yeah, I'm really excited. I've never been in this sort of shape before, so maybe getting a good half marathon build before a marathon build. Well, we'll see, won't we? Maybe I'll crash and burn. Who knows? But maybe I'll be in the shape of my life. I don't know.
Yeah, but you recovered properly from your half marathon race, so
I think so. Yeah.
Hopefully, because you've recovered properly, you'll be able to go into training in a good place rather than going in a bit broken and doing what I did for London, where you go and race your half marathon and then just carry on training like intensely for the marathon and break down and break your body.
Now, I know alarm bells are going to be ringing here for you for many reasons. And you're probably going to just, I don't know, try and ban me from this race. But Warwick half marathon is 2 weeks before Seville.
2 weeks before.
And I've been doing Warwick every year for the last few years. And I, for some reason, feel like it's one of those races I have to do. And if I turn up on that start line, I'm not going to want to run easy. Yeah, so I think I either have to not do it.
It depends whether you race it or whether you run it at marathon pace.
I don't think I'm going to want to run it at marathon pace. I'm going to race it. So I think I just have to not do it.
Yeah.
And I'm going to have to start thinking like a road runner, like, now. I'm going to have to start prioritizing what I want to prioritize, if you know what I mean. Because you can't
you can't race everything.
No, because you could ruin it all. So, so I'm pretty sure I won't do Warwick now.
Especially when your target is a marathon. If your target's a half marathon, bit different. But when it's a full marathon, the training is so much more intense that you've got to really think about what you're doing in that build-up.
Yeah. Yeah, so I don't think it's sensible. Plus, it's nearly 50 quid.
Yeah.
And you think, well, nowadays, if it was a club race, it was 20 odd quid. It might be quite a good last long run kind of race. But yeah, for 50 quid. And I got the PB there last year, so I'm going to be thinking PB. So and that's where you obviously got injured.
Yeah.
It's not a good idea to do it. So
no.
If anybody sees me on the start line of Warwick, give me a firm talking to. And,
Before you race off into the distance.
And I'm like, you'll have to catch me. Tell it to the back of my head. My leg. My hamstring's gone.
Yeah.
So
But I think not doing Valencia is possibly in your best interests at this moment in time because, as you say, you've not really been marathon training, and you've got I think there's less than 6 weeks now, isn't there? Until is it 5 weeks on Sunday?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. So you aren't going to get into marathon shape, are you? In that time.
Well, what's annoying for me is I think I could have been in a better shape if maybe the half marathon race didn't take so much out of me. And that's all I'll be thinking of. I probably could have performed better than I would have in Valencia. Yeah. So why don't I just take this half marathon fitness I've built and take it towards Seville? Maybe I'm taking this all a bit too seriously. I don't know. But that's the beauty of sport, isn't it? The numbers make the sport fun. And I don't want to come back from Seville with any regrets. No regrets.
No regrets.
And I don't want to be... Yeah, I mean, I'm going to try and get a 3:0 something. I want to get sub 3:10, which would be an 11-minute PB. And I think I can do it. I'm starting to think, you know what? I think this is all possible because I'm running really well at the moment and doing some good training sessions at club. I'm loving the club running. I'm doing some good easy miles while I'm doing my own thing during the week. I'm loving my Parkruns, and I'm looking forward to getting back into the long Sunday long runs again. So nice. I'm excited for Seville. But I think Valencia would have been an unwanted distraction, and if I'm being honest, probably a little bit of you're doing it for YouTube clicks, and Valencia is becoming like London, like now. Every man and his dog's going to be at Valencia with a GoPro. So probably wouldn't be the YouTube extravaganza that I thought it was going to be. And Seville hasn't had so much coverage.
No.
So I'm quite looking forward to taking my camera there.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Excellent.
And did I tell you that maybe about London? It's not.
Oh, yes.
I shouldn't get my hopes up, but... I may be in with a shout of doing the London Marathon. And I'll tell you for why. Because at club the other day, Andy, the coach, said, did anyone get a rejection letter from email from the ballot? If they did, can you all put your hands up? And I expected all 30 of us to put our hands up. I was the only person. And he said, well, if you send me your ballot place, you'll be in the hat to
get the club
to get a place. And I was the only one that put my hand up. And since then, there's been another person that's been interested. So my place, my odds might have come down from 1 in a million to 1 in 2.
Yeah, that's what happened to me though. What year was it? 2023. That happened to me, and it was 50-50. Me and another guy from BNR for the club place. Name drawn out of a hat. Yeah, it wasn't me.
Oh, that's just the most annoying but obvious thing that was going to happen. Your odds will never be better than that, and you still didn't get your name picked out. Yeah. So but if I just don't know if I'll ever get the chance. I don't know if the timing will ever be so right again. So if I've got the opportunity, I'm going to go and do it.
Damn right. Yeah, that'd be awesome. Awesome. Right, so back to results from the weekend. The other thing that was on was Dublin Marathon. Yeah, and we knew a few people who were running over in Dublin. I've got a couple of the results here. I haven't got them all. I'm hoping you've got the other couple. Yeah. So first off was the Quiney brothers, the guys from Q on the Run. If you follow them on YouTube, if you're not subscribed, you should go and subscribe. And if not, TQ will probably come round to find your
He'll
YouTube
log
still
in.
signed in somewhere, and he'll
Legend.
subscribe for you instead, like he did at the hotel, which was incredible. But TQ, after breaking his foot during London Marathon training earlier in the year, he then had, I think it was 12 weeks of training for the Dublin block to get into marathon shape. And he did an incredible job of getting into marathon shape and took his Alpha Fly 1, Andy.
Legend.
Took his Alpha Fly 1s, even though you said he liked an Alpha Fly 3. He took his Alpha Fly 1.
Oh, well, yeah. He has got Alpha Fly 3s, I'm sure he has. Anyway, go on.
And he ran a 2:54, which is absolutely incredible to go from broken foot earlier in the year to running 2:54 over in Dublin. And KQ also had a fantastic result, and he came away with a 2:47, which is fantastic.
What a lad. That's amazing.
So awesome work from the boys, and I am looking forward to watching the race day video. I had fun watching the day before video whilst I was on the cross trainer at the gym the other day. So looking forward to race day.
Yeah, I really like the day before video. I must admit, I love those kind of vids, the pre-race day videos, the weekends away. I don't know, I just really like those where people stay and what the expo looks like. I just find those videos really, really interesting, but maybe that's just me. A lot of people just like the race day stuff, but I really like the what the runners got up to and stuff. So yeah, well done, boys. That's that must be that you must have had a good couple of Guinness afterwards.
Yes, definitely.
To celebrate. So, yeah, fair play, lads. A couple of other shout-outs. We know a couple of people that went over. Someone I met in Valencia last year, Neil Rooney, who's a.k.a. Run Sensible. He did 3:09:11, which is a pretty decent time. I think he was about... I think he said he was about 17 seconds off his PB. So it wasn't a PB, but it was one of those races that he just felt really controlled throughout. And he is doing Valencia this year, so that's where he will go for the full send.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll see this in the Quiney's video. But I understand it is quite hilly, very different to Valencia. So if it's one of those courses where if you did well there, fair play.
Yeah, nice.
And I've got a picture here of Ryan Close, the legend that is Ryan, who only, I think, last minute got into Dublin.
Yes,
I think.
He was supposed to do Galway Marathon,
Galway,
which was 3 weeks before, but that got cancelled, so he got a last-minute entry into Dublin.
Yeah, he said he cramped up from 12 mile onwards. I've not ran any distance in 3 weeks, as I thought that was me done. And he said, maybe I was overconfident and undertrained. But nonsense, my man. The big man went and smashed it. There's a picture of him munching his medal.
Yeah.
So I've got no idea of his time.
No, he didn't tell me a time either.
You know, fair play for just going out there and just smashing them out. There's no feeling like it. And sometimes it's just all about getting it finished rather than getting a time. It's just about getting that medal and fighting tooth and nail to get that medal. And it looks like a great medal as well. So yeah, very well. And he also says underneath his selfie with his medal, he says, "Thanks for the abuse."
Excellent. Anytime,
Ryan.
Amazing. The other thing that happened last weekend was Valencia half.
Yes.
Which there was some really amazing results coming out of Valencia half. I think the top Briton was Alfie Manthorpe, who ran just over 60 minutes, 60-20 something, I think he ran, which is incredible. But I think there was about 6 GB runners within the minute between 60 and 61. I think that they came in fast and furious. But Kajelcha won it. Jomif Kajelcha in 58:04, I think it was, which is crazy, isn't it? It's not nowhere near his PB, but apparently it was a little bit windy out there on the course. But I think he was 4th, but Andreas Almgren ran a new European half marathon record, and he ran what was it? Where is he? It's got to be on here somewhere. Come on. 58:41.
Wow.
So new European record of 58:41, which is pretty crazy. But yeah, I think he's Swedish, is he, Andreas Almgren?
Sounds it, doesn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, some amazing results coming out. But the result, which well, it wasn't surprising at all. It didn't surprise me, but it was a bit like, wow, she's done it again.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Yeah. What wasn't surprising? It was just as if that's happened again.
Yeah.
And that was Chloe Hamard, who has kept her half marathon PB streak alive once again at the Valencia half, and she ran a 7-second PB of 81:29.
I reckon she's just doing what that pole vaulter from Sweden's doing. She's just nudging
she's doing
it
a
forward.
mondo on it. She's doing a mondo.
She's getting to that finish funnel, and she's like, right, I've got a few seconds here. I know I can just have a little rest, and then I'll make sure I get it, because she knows the PB is always on.
Yeah. Amazing. So yeah, an amazing run from Chloe.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen her video though of that. When she left for the race, she had to let her Airbnb people know that there was a bit of a leak coming from the ceiling in the bathroom, and when she got back after the race, the roof, like the ceiling, had fallen in, and there was a big, huge leak just going everywhere. So they had to find a new place to go and have a shower. So I think they it took them 5 hours after the race before they could have a shower. But
it looks rough, didn't it?
Yeah. But she had a good run over there, so I think that made up for it.
Yeah. Well done, Chloe.
Yeah. Then what I've got next on my list of things to talk about is something we haven't talked about for a few weeks, and we should probably go over it a little bit. And that's our training, what we've been up to in running and stuff. So I'll go over mine quickly, because mine will take half the time of yours. But I am back running again. I did have to take a week off running a couple of weeks ago because I was too much of an eager beaver, and I just went straight from no running for nearly 6 months into running 4 times a week. And although I was only running 5K each time, going straight from nothing into 4 times a week was probably a little bit too much.
Bit intense, yeah.
So my knee started to flare up a little bit. I was having some pains, like, well, it felt a little bit like it did when I broke it. So I was like, okay, I'm going to have to pull back from the running slightly. So took a week off where I carried on with my cross trainer and my cycling on the static bike, and just did that for the rest of the week, and did my S&C as well. And then went down to Parkrun last weekend, and I set off. Just had in my head, just run it nice and easy, and I set off. And as always, you get carried away. Well, don't get carried away, but you get pulled along by everybody that's running around you. And I got to about half a mile in, and Jo, one of the runners from B&R, she saw me, and I said hi, and she said, "Oh, what are you going for today, Brett?" And I said, "I don't know. I'm just running. I haven't got a clue what speed I'm running." Looked down, and I was running just over. I was running about 7:15 a mile pace, and I was like, "Oh, that's probably a little bit too quick, really." I said, "Are you aiming for a time?" And she said, "Yeah, I just want to break 23 minutes. So I want to get under 23." I went, "Okay, cool. I'll ease up a little bit, and I'll run with you, and we'll get you in under 23." So we then carried on. I said to her, what pace is 23 minutes? And she said, "Oh, I think it's about 7:45s." And I went, "Okay, cool." And then carried on running. And whilst I was running with her, I was doing some calculating in my head, and I was like, it's not 7:45s. It's not, no, it's not that at all. It's about 7:26s. So just under 7:30s. So I said to her, "Yeah, that's all good. We'll run about that pace." But I knew that we needed to run faster than that. So I didn't let her know that until the last mile, that we needed to actually run faster, and we were running faster than that. She kept on going, "Are we on pace? Are we fine?" And I was like, "Yeah, you're looking great. We're perfectly on time. No worries at all." And we got round into that last mile, and she was running really well. Got to that final 0.1 of a mile, and I said, "Come on, bring it home." She picked up the pace a bit and ran into the finish. And I think we came in 22:44. I think it was something like that.
Nice.
So yeah, she broke 23. She was well happy. I had a decent run. It felt comfortable. And she said at the end, she said, "I swore at you so much in my head during that run." And I was like, that's exactly how it should have been. Yeah.
I've been there.
Yeah. So I paced her along to a 23, which was good. And I felt pretty comfortable running that. So then on Sunday, I said, right, I'm going to, rather than going straight back into running 4 days a week, I'm going to take a day off running again. So I went and did me cross training and cycling again on the Sunday. And then Tuesday this week, I did 3.5 mile, nice and easy, down to the gym, and then did me cross trainer and bike. And then Thursday this week, didn't run, cross trainer and bike again. And yeah, I'm just trying to keep up the cardio to try and build the fitness up, but slowly integrate the running again, so it's not shocking my body from the impact of running. And I can slowly build it up and get to where I want to be.
Nice. Cool.
But it's good.
Great. So 21 minutes tomorrow? Sub 20?
Well, this is what I was going to chat to you about. I did say in our podcast. So tomorrow at Arrow Valley, which is my local parkrun, it is the final pacer week of the year, because they don't have pacer weeks over winter because of the bad conditions. They don't want people pushing it too hard and causing slips and things like that. So when the weather gets worse, they stop the pacer weeks. So it's the final pacer week of the year. Now, do I go down, and because 20 and a half, nearly 23 minutes has felt comfortable, the last couple of parkruns I've done. Do I just go on to the 22-minute pacer and just try and run 22 minutes? Or do I push on a bit more and try and run a bit faster than 22?
What did you run with me? Because I'm thinking of doing a marathon pace, Seville pace, 5K, to see what it really feels like, which is, no joke, 22:30. So that's bang in the middle of what you were thinking.
Well, no, that's a minute slower than what I was thinking.
And what, you can at least go out with me and then maybe kick on if you want to.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to run too fast tomorrow. So, to be honest, 22:30 is pretty quick, isn't it? So that's what I'm going to do.
Mm-hmm.
And
okay, can I tempt you into a 21:30?
Well, I was thinking of doing a parkrun time trial, but I'm going to do that next week instead. And I think 21:30 is getting a little bit too close to a threshold, or where I want to be. Well, it is. That's half marathon pace, pretty much. 21:30, 21:15. So I just want to go a little bit slower tomorrow. So I don't think I'm going to be going any quicker than 22:30.
Okay. I'll have to make my mind up then when I before the morning of what I'm going to do.
But you're not going to let me beat you, are you? So there's no chance. There's no chance you're going to run 23 tomorrow. No chance.
No. Well, as I said, 22 and a half has felt comfortable. I mean, it's not felt easy, but it's felt comfortable. So, I was debating with myself, do I just go for 22 or do I try and go a bit quicker?
Well, 22:30 is 3:10 marathon pace, 1:35 half pace. So, I think that's going to... that's... I would say be careful. Don't go too quick.
Yeah. Well, that's why I'm not saying, shall I go for sub 21? That's why I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, shall I go a little bit quicker? But yeah.
But you know what's going to happen? You'll probably agree to run 22:30, and then somehow you'll pace me to a PB. We'll both end up running 19:30.
Yeah.
So well, I'm gonna run faster than I'm said I'm gonna run. So I probably will end up running 21.5, to be honest.
Yeah, because I'm tempted to take the new pair of Pro 2s for their maiden voyage tomorrow, just to see how they feel. I'm
thinking of wearing my gummy bears. I'm thinking of wearing my new Evo SLs, which have got the gum sole.
Yeah.
So
what colour are they? Are they white?
They're bright white, yeah.
Yeah,
they're the worst possible trainer to wear around Arrow Valley, around Andy Goldsby's backyard, around the goose crap.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. The first time I wore my SL2s around there, I was like, oh man, what have I done? And my SL, my SLs, the first time I wore them, they were bright white, and I wore them for Arrow Valley Park Run, and they were brown by the end of the run. Notice that I almost called it a race, because it is a race.
Well, it is a race.
Yeah, I'm just going to check the weather for tomorrow morning. What's it look like? Well, it's raining for the rest of the night. I know that much. Oh, look at that. It is windy up until... Oh, okay. It's not raining till 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So it all depends on whether the wind gets rid of some of the standing water from this evening.
Right. Well, I'm going to get there early anyway. I'm going to get there for 8 o'clock tomorrow because I want to do a bit of filming tomorrow.
Okay.
For my, I love an intro.
Yeah.
For my YouTube videos. Well, I've left a space for my Seville intro. And I don't know if you can hear this or not because I've got my headphones in. It's back.
Hey, bringing that back. Amazing.
It's back.
Like it.
I've left a space where I want to put a drone shot of me running Arrow Valley. So if it's not too windy, I will film myself running tomorrow before we start. So that's what I'm going to do. But yeah, looking forward to tomorrow.
So, do you know your drone shots? Obviously, you haven't got a DJI Neo anymore.
The one we don't talk about.
That follows you. Has your other drone got a follow setting then?
Yeah.
So you can film yourself?
The other drone I've got is like the one that I lost times 10. Like, it's really stable in the wind. The image quality is really good. The active track is really reliable. The resolution so much better. The dynamic range is better. There's so many better things about it, and I should have just not bought that first drone in the first place. But it's a bit bigger, and you need to carry the controller with you. So whenever you've seen me run with the drone, what you haven't seen is a massive controller down my pants.
Yeah, that's what I was
because I've got nowhere to put it.
So that beautiful footage of you running through the lovely sun and forest in France.
Yeah.
Did you film that, or did Laura film that?
I got up at sunrise for that, and what I did was I said, right, Laura, I'm off for a run. I'm off for a 10K, but I'm going to be a little bit longer than an hour, because what I did was I took the drone with me for the first 2K, filmed myself for the first 5 minutes doing a bit of there and backs, ran back to the van, put the drone away, and then did my 10K.
Okay.
Because I think whenever you do your filming yourself, well, personally anyway, I don't want to take my drone with me for the whole thing.
No.
Because not only is it a bit cumbersome and I could, damage it or get, if it rains or whatever, it could get damaged. Or I could just fall over and absolutely stack it and break it. There's all sorts of things. Mm-hmm. So I'd rather just get those B-rolly shots done and then just drop it back in the van. But no, I can set it up to I can fly it and then it will parallel track me or track me from behind or the front. So it is really good.
Nice.
It is really good. So
nice. Oh, the other thing I forgot to. I've noticed you all the way since you noticed that. Yeah, since
Jesus,
since you've seen them off, you've constantly been looking for it and been scared of it.
It's making me nervous. This is the sequel to Freddy versus Jason, Moth versus Demogorgon. Please
you know it's not going to hurt you though, don't you?
You say that, but it's massive. It's a different one as well. Jesus! Do you see that? Jesus Christ. Moths are so unpredictable. I don't like them. Right, it's best if I don't look at it.
Yeah.
Right, go on, you carry on.
The other thing I was going to say is because it's obviously Halloween today. It's Halloween Parkrun at Arrow Valley tomorrow, so it's fancy dress up.
Oh, would it not have been last week then?
No, they're doing it this week.
Are you going as Ron?
I shouldn't I? No, I don't know. I don't know what to go as yet.
I think, I don't know if I'm gonna. I don't think I will, to be honest. Or,
well, that'll ruin your footage, won't it, for the start of your Seville?
Yeah,
you running in fancy dress for the start.
A beautiful sunrise and a Demogorgon running through Arrow Valley.
Yeah,
fair enough.
But I'm sure it is. Let me just check.
Yeah, it will be, won't it?
Yeah, we're looking forward to all your spooky costumes. There we go.
Right. Well, I won't be wearing one.
I will right now.
No. Very true.
Oh. So, yeah. Shall I say what I got up to in the last week?
Yes, please. Tell us about your training.
We went to Parkrun Saturday, went to Seville Valley, which is over in Bridgenorth. And I wanted to run easy, but then immediately changed my mind when I got there. So I said to Laura, to make it fun for me, can you give me a challenge? Can you tell me to, I don't know, just give me a challenge? She says, why don't you finish in 9th for example. And I was like, oh, that's quite a good challenge. So what I tried to do was count the people who went off ahead of me. And it's a fast start, Severn Valley, 'cause it's all downhill. So I thought what I thought were 9 people, and then I counted myself back to 16th or 17th, and then I started working through. And it turns out I'd miscounted from the very, very start, because what I thought was 9th, I was actually in 7th. And then right at the end, for the last, 800 metres, I thought, there's 2 people running together, and I thought, I can't not have them. So I just had to. I had to overtake them. Bear in mind, I've got a 10K race 24 hours later. So I'm running 10K pace through the mud, up a hill. And I still didn't, complete the challenge. I actually ended up finishing 5th, which I was really pleased with. So,
yeah, you're really pleased with, but you failed in the challenge.
Yeah. So I did sub 22, so 21:53 or something like that.
Nice.
My fastest Severn Valley. It's a good old trail, that one. It's a really good park run. I'd recommend going to Severn Valley. It's a good old.
Yeah.
And if I was going to say, if our mate Marm's listening, quite vulnerable.
Oh.
As well.
Okay. So if the start's downhill, how much is uphill?
The end.
Okay.
So
it goes downhill, flat, and then uphill at the end. The
good thing is you don't come up as far as you go down.
Oh, okay.
So technically it's a point-to-point parkrun. It's a negative elevation. It's you start at the top of the valley, then you run down to the river level, then you do 2 laps of the woodland that's next door to the river, and then you go halfway up the hill. But the hill is, it's like Unicorn Hill. It's
okay.
a good 300 meters of a hard hill at the end. But the woods are difficult as well, because they're starting to become quite muddy this time of year as well. So that's what makes the parkrun quite difficult. And halfway through the lap, you've got this really steep bank of about, it's probably about 10 meters long. And what I like, on the second lap I did it, I overtook about 4 positions on that bit, because I sprinted up it to gain about 4 positions, because I was racing it. I wasn't like time trialing it, if you know what I mean.
Yeah,
I was trying to count these positions forward, and I thought, they're not going to expect me to get them here. So I just literally just smashed it past them, and I was like, yes, get in. So you have to do that twice. But no, really good parkrun. And you've got a little bit of a hill on the way back.
Were you saying it's getting like bad underfoot at this time of year? Is it all trail? So it's definitely a trail shoes.
Yeah, it's 90% trail, 90% on the woodland trail. The 10% is the start and the end, which is like a gravelly track, which is still not really road. It's not don't take your road shoes any months apart from, May, June, July and August, because it's going to be very, very wet. And you obviously could fall over tree roots, and you could damage your best shoes, all that sort of stuff. So yeah, get your trails on if you're going to go there.
Nice. So yeah. So Severn Valley, you did well, but ruined your challenge.
Yeah, and I thought I'd ruin my chance at a sub 40, which is what I was going to do on Sunday. So drove to Burton-upon-Trent and did the Brewers 10K, which was a race that I just sort of last minute signed up to because Sam Bauer was telling me about it, because he's got family up there. And I was like, oh, no, I didn't even know this race was a thing. And it's quite a quiet race, by the way. I reckon there was only about 1,500 people, something like that, 1,000 people.
That's good.
It was a fairly quiet race. But I had ambitions of a sub 40 because I'd read that it was fast and flat.
Yeah.
And it was until the second half. So first half, there was a good, as there always is in races, there's a good solid pack of you. And the first sign of trouble, it all breaks up, doesn't it? And there was a good few of us until 5K, and then it was just sort of every man for himself after that. Because between 5 and 6, there was a bit of a bad hill. It was about 700 metres long. And what was interesting was, I just cut to the chase. I didn't get my sub 40, but I did get a PB. So I got 40:32. Kilometre 5, I did, and bear in mind I want 4 minutes or 3:59s. Kilometre 5 or 6, I did in 4:20, and 8, I did in 4:13. So there's my 33 seconds. Every other K, apart from one of them, I drifted off a little bit. I was averaging 3:58, 59, 4:01, 4 minutes flat. Like I ran it really quite well. But those two hills, it's quite comical really. When you add those seconds up, there's my sub 40.
Yeah.
So, but I got through the finish line in 40:32, which was 23 second PB. And yeah, really pleased because I haven't had a 10k PB since we ran the Kingfisher last year.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was a nice feeling.
As I said to you on Sunday, you're in great shape at the moment, aren't you? You've done that half marathon PB. You've taken that fitness through. You're now hitting 10k PBs. It's yeah.
So I feel things are going well at the moment. Yeah. So yeah, I feel pretty good. Monday, can't remember what I did Monday. I think I had an easy recovery run with Daisy, and then Tuesday went to club. We did a really good session Tuesday. It was not the session you want to do after a hard 10k. 16 by 400.
Mm-hmm.
And we set off at 96 second laps, which is around about a sub 25k pace.
Yeah.
And the last lap we did at 80 seconds. The 16th lap, we just all said, right, we've stuck together for the last 15. Now let's just see what we all fancy doing. So yeah, I just ran that first 200 as steady as I could, and then the last 200 I tried to gun it to 88, and I got it to 80 seconds for that lap.
Yeah. Well, 80 seconds is 10-minute 3k pace.
That's what you did for your 3k, for your 3000. Yeah. How on earth you did that? How many times at the track? Blimmin' hell. That's going some, that is. That is a really intense pace for me. So I don't know how you managed to keep that up. That's really quite quick. But it's a good session running around the track that many times. And we only had a minute off each, and there were no sets. It was just on, off 16 times.
Amazing.
So that was quite tough. Then I had Wednesday off. Thursday, I think I did a double. Did I? I can't remember. I don't think I did actually. I went straight to club on Thursday night, which was last night. And instead of a conventional sort of track or a road session, we did a tour of Worcester. So one of our group leaders called Kat took us around Worcester, and we jogged steady. You know, wouldn't jog. It was a bit quicker than that. Sort of 8-minute miling, 7:45. Sort of 5-minute Ks, 4:30 Ks in between the hills. And we'd be like, right, this is the hill. And Kat would be like, right, all we want is good form. Get to the top of it. Lap your watch, down you come. So we did that. And some of them we did twice. Some of them we did once. And the last one we did was the infamous Red Hill, which a lot of people will know in Worcester, which is just opposite Waitrose. And it's a long-ass hill. It's about 600 metres and it's quite steep. Maybe 400, actually. But it feels like a mile. And managed to looked at Strava at the end of the day, and I was the second fastest out of the group. So
excellent.
I will take that.
Good.
And then today I've just done an easy run, and that's me.
Nice. What I did like about your Thursday session, because I had a look at it on Strava, because I was in the gym, just finished on the cross trainer or the bike, I can't remember, and yours popped up, and I had a look at it, and what I really liked about it is your session was lapped, so every hill was a separate section of your session, which I was well into that. I was like, that's how it should be. Make sure you are
would you have done the same?
Each one. At the start of every effort, make sure you are lapping your watch so you're getting those segments.
That's what I wanted to do, because I almost like getting in the habit of lapping my watch on every effort anyway. So that's how I know I'm a club runner now, because I'm just all about the efforts and the club and the and that stuff. And but really, really good session, and very much enjoyed it.
Yeah. Talking about lapping your watch, I don't know if you saw on my I've actually put a video out for the first time in a long time of my first parkrun back, and I got to the end of the first mile, and my watch didn't beep to say I'd gone for a mile, and I was waiting for it to beep. I realised it took me. I think it took me the rest of the week to realise what was going on, and it's because for London Marathon I turned off auto lap because I didn't want the GPS going all out and telling me I'd run a mile when I hadn't actually, and I was manually lapping every 5k.
Yeah.
And I hadn't turned auto lap back on, so it wasn't actually registering when I was doing a mile and beeping at me.
Yeah.
So yeah, that threw me a little bit.
Classic race behaviour. I did that training for Leeds Marathon for a while, and it's actually quite nice because all you're looking at really is your average pace. You're not worrying so much about laps and miles. You're looking at your overall thing. You tuning into effort more than what your watch is telling you.
And when you're running the marathon, could you manually lap your watch when you go through each 5k marker? You know the exact time you've run for that 5k, not what your GPS thinks you've run for that 5k. So you know whether you're definitely on pace or not for the actual course.
Yeah,
which
that's why
is nice.
A lot of the time, if you zoom into Elite's watches, you'll see that all they're really bothered about is their average pace. I guess, and maybe a lapse time.
Yeah,
because those metrics are the only things that are important to them that they can't get elsewhere. But then again, they've got a lapse time on the pace car in front of them, haven't they?
Yeah, yeah.
If they're up the front anyway, but
it threw me because obviously London was April, and then I was running in October, and my watch wasn't beeping, but I hadn't worn it since April.
Oh, of course.
So that's what threw me because I was expecting it to work, and I was like, "What's going on here?" And it's because I hadn't used it for months.
Well, what about this new Pace 4 that's coming out?
Oh, I know, yeah.
I'm very tempted. If there's a decent map update, I know everyone goes, "Oh, the maps are great on Chorus anyway," but I don't really want a breadcrumb trail. I want proper street names and trails and all that sort of stuff. But I will get the Pace 4 if it's if it looks good.
Yeah, because on the marketing it's saying lighter, brighter. So I'm not sure that they'll release a 4 Pro. They might not. They might just release a Pace 4, which is the new Pro, but named the 4. So they'll rather than releasing 2 different versions at 2 different price points, they'll just put it all into one watch.
Yeah. And I think, do you get a free arm strap?
I don't know.
If you get, or maybe it's a wrist strap.
Yes, yeah. It'll be the wrist. It'll be the band that goes around your wrist because you can choose either silicone or nylon, can't you?
Yeah, because an arm strap's like upwards of 50 quid, isn't it?
Yeah, they're about 70 quid for a heart rate monitor strap.
So it's not going to be one of them then, is it?
No.
But yeah, that's exciting, isn't it, to see what that'll be like? But I guess with your watch, there's no need to update, is there really? Because it's so good and it does everything you need it to do. And
yeah, I've got the Pace 3. I didn't get the Pace 3 Pro because I bought Pace 3 like way before they released the Pro. And it's fantastic. It does everything I need it to. It's the watch that Kipchoge used. So if it's good enough for Kipchoge, it's good enough for me. It's also the watch that Jakob Ingebrigtsen uses. Like the exact color and strap and everything that I got is the same one that Jakob uses. So if it's good enough for them, it's good enough for me.
Yeah, nice. Well, I'm looking at the time. And I think we might have, because there is a segment that is returning for the first time in months, which will be coming up at the end of the podcast, which does include a quiz. So I don't think we've got enough time to go through comments and emails.
No, I don't think we have. So again.
Yeah. But if you do have any emails, please send us one at runningtheredlinepod@gmail.com. We will get through to them. But as a request, please keep them as short as you can because we're obviously already struggling. So get to the point quick. Unlike Me and Brett.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was going to say. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, shall we do then? Before we do the quiz.
Yeah. Brett
Yeah.
completely broke the tension then, but I'm here for that. I like that. That's weird. You look demented.
It's Halloween. The Strava segment.
You look like the Saw mask. You know, you just need a little tricycle. Your eyes need to turn around. You look like the little mask thing.
Brilliant.
Jigsaw.
Yeah. So our Strava leaderboard from last week, and as I said last week, we would hear more from him this week. We did definitely hear more from him earlier on in the pod. In first place in our distance is Freddy Runs.
Oi.
And I'm a bit disappointed because he could have gone out and done another 3.7 mile.
Shall I say it in K's?
Go on then. What
154.9 kilometers.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, 96.3 miles. Yeah,
Right.
Which is incredible, Freddie. It's a monstrous effort from you over the past couple of weeks. So well done with that. Then in second place is William Fish with 80.7 miles. And in third place is Chris Reynolds with 79.9 miles. Our climbing top three, once again, at the top of the climbing leaderboard is Mark with a C.
Mark with a C?
With 10,157 foot of climbing.
Oh my God, wow.
Yeah, which is quite impressive. In second place is Jack Blackburn with 7,933 foot. And in third place is Stephen Smith with 4,797 foot. Our top three ladies in the distance is first place is Rachel Watson with 62.4 miles. Second is Emily Parker with 46.1 miles. And third is Victoria Lee with 42.6 miles. So awesome work from you three. And in our climbing top three, first place is Victoria Lee with 3,005 foot. Second place is Charlotte Taylor with 2,671 foot. And third is Stephanie Parker with 2,028 foot. So
amazing.
Incredible work from everybody. But it's time for you to pick a random number between 1 and 100.
Have we talked about any numbers today? Have we mentioned any? Why don't we do 22 for Grace?
I was going to say exactly that, yeah. 22.
Yeah.
So 22 this week is Chris Walker. And he has run a total of 50.8 miles and climbed 1,575 foot over the week. So awesome work, Chris. And as we have said on other weeks, get in touch. Let us know a little bit more about you and your running. But yeah, wow. Chris Walker.
He doesn't mess about, does he? He's been up in Scotland. This is a bit weird because I'm sort of stalking him on Strava now. He's been doing. He just did a 10K, and he's done 500 meters of elevation in a 10K.
Wow!
And he looks. Is he in Scotland or Yorkshire Dales? Chris Walker from Street in Somerset. Is this the same Chris Walker who was our Parkrun? What's it called with the?
Oh, with the crutches. The crutches. Runner.
Is this the same person, Chris? It might be you, Chris. It might be not. I'm sorry if I've have got my wires crossed there, but I'm not sure. But looking at Chris's profile, he's been to some beautiful places this week. So, yeah.
Wow.
Chris
And he's
is
from
no-
Somerset.
Somerset. He likes a cider, is our Chris. Yeah. So, yeah. Chris, get in touch. Tell us a little bit about yourself. And tell us what you're playing at, climbing those mountains in Scotland. What are you doing? So, yeah.
Brilliant.
There you go. So, are you ready then for Brett's end of the podcast quiz at the end of the podcast?
I am indeed. And please tell me it's Halloween themed.
It is Halloween themed.
Yes.
And there is a connection.
Oh, amazing. Okay, right.
So, you might need a pen.
I was going to say, let me get my paper and pen.
Now, while you're preparing, I will say this. I've used ChatGPT. I don't know if you've seen those memes of Boris Johnson this week saying ChatGPT.
ChatGPT?
ChatGPT. Why does he say it like that? ChatGPT. ChatGPT.
Do you use ChatGPT?
ChatGPT. So I've had to ask ChatGPT to phrase me some questions because, as always with this quiz, I have the answers first, and then I have to source the questions.
So basically, you play with yourself a game of Jeopardy.
Yeah, because it may or may not be reliable information. I'm trusting that it is.
No, as in the game show Jeopardy.
Oh, is that how you had to play Jeopardy? I'd never actually seen the show.
So the game show Jeopardy, an answer would come up on the screen, and you'd have to answer with a question.
Oh, like Mount Everest, and you'd be like, tallest mountain.
What is the tallest mountain? But you had to answer in a question. So you couldn't just say tallest mountain. You had to say, what is the tallest mountain?
Oh, okay. Maybe we could play a special game of Jeopardy one week as well.
Yeah.
So, yes, I've had to have a bit of... But the good thing about GPT is it kind of goes a little bit weird because I tried to make them Halloween themed. So let's start with this question.
Is it because it gives people 6 fingers? And
basically, yeah. Yeah. So, question 1 is a riddle.
Oh, okay.
I think this is how you say it. A coven?
Yeah.
A coven. Oh, a coven of witches.
Yeah.
Brew a potion using 10 bat wings, 15 spider legs, and 15 ghosts' tears. How many total ingredients do they use if there are 40 witches in the coven?
Hang on. Say again. So there's how many witches in the coven?
40.
So start again. A coven of witches.
Yeah. Brew a
potion
using 10 bat wings, 15 spider legs, and 15 ghosts' tears.
Yeah, so that's 40. Yeah.
Yeah. How many total ingredients do they use if there are 40 witches in the coven?
Well, they use 40 because the coven are making a potion using 40 ingredients. It don't matter how many are in the coven.
When do you want to know the answer, at the end or now?
Let's go at the end. Let's go at the end. But I'm going 40 because you didn't say how many witches are in the coven. You said a coven is making it out of this, and then said how many if there's 40. Thinking I'm going to times it by 40, but I'm not.
I mean, it's ChatGPT here. You're having to go at, not me. So, can you outthink ChatGPT? Right.
Yeah. Okay.
Next one. From Halloween to Scream, one thing's always guaranteed: the killer walks, the victim panics, and still somehow can't escape. What are they doing? From Halloween to Scream, as in the films.
Yeah.
One thing's always guaranteed.
Yeah.
The killer walks,
Yeah.
and the victim panics,
Yeah.
and still somehow can't escape.
Yeah.
What are they doing?
They're running upstairs.
Okay, next question. This may or may not be to do with what I asked you about earlier. In the 2018 film Happy Death Day, I was like, mate, have you seen the film Happy Death Day?
I've never seen it. I've heard of it.
Oh, okay, then you're not going to know the answer to this. The main character lives her birthday over and over again while trying to solve her own murder. But what's her name? Should I give you a clue?
Yeah.
It's a classic Coronation Street character name. There was definitely somebody called this in Coronation Street. It's a bit of an old name. Sorry to anyone that's called this, who's under the age of 60. And obviously it's a woman's name. And it begins with A. That's all you're getting.
Well, I'm gonna have to think about that. Okay.
In Shaun of the Dead, you might have a chance here.
Yeah.
Sean's best friend helps him fight zombies, mostly with a cricket bat and bad ideas.
Yeah.
But what's his name?
Oh, it's Nick Frost. But what's his character's name? Oh man.
Two letters.
Oh. No.
Begins with E.
E. Two little letters. So it's two letters. First one's E.
Yeah. I think.
Ed.
Yes. I mean,
you're not supposed to give me answers to the end.
Question 5. He doesn't wait under your bed or hide in your closet. He waits until you fall asleep. Who's the slasher that you meet only in your dreams?
Oh, yes. Freddy Krueger.
So there you go. That's your 5.
Yeah,
Have I said them all?
The Dream Warrior. Or is it the Dream Warriors that are fighting against him in one of the later films? Because it's called the Dream Warriors, isn't it? Yeah.
I don't know.
So, is it only 5 questions?
That's it. Only 5, yeah.
Okay.
First of all, can you get the connection? On the Halloween to Scream one, which I think was question 2.
Yeah.
The up the stairs bit. All right, should we go through question 1? We'll go through. So we'll start with question 1, a coven of witches. What's your final answer?
Yeah. 40.
Correct.
Yes.
That's correct. What was the next one? The Halloween to Scream one?
Yes.
And what was your answer?
They're running upstairs.
Okay, get rid of the word upstairs.
So they're just running.
Yeah.
Okay.
Correct. The next one. In the 2018 film Happy Death Day.
Yeah.
Can you think of an old lady's name beginning with A? I've got an auntie called this, actually.
The only one I can think
She's
of
my godmother.
Is Alma.
Alma Bright Clark, legend.
Yeah, definitely.
No, good answer, but no. The next... No, I'm not going to tell you. Okay, no, I'll tell you. Okay. Shall I tell you what the correct answer is?
Audrey.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, correct. Very good.
Yeah.
I think you might know if you've got the next one right or wrong.
It's Ed.
It is Ed, yeah. Shaun of the Dead's Sean's best mate. And he doesn't wait under your bed or hide in your closet.
Freddy Krueger.
The slasher you meet in your dreams. Okay, now get rid of the word Krueger.
So Freddy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you see a connection?
40 running Audrey, Ed, Freddy. Four, 40 running Audrey, Ed, Freddy.
This is a common interest of yours and mine.
Yeah, running. Just number 2. Running.
Yeah. Can you connect any more? Specifically within running. You and me both do this thing.
I feel really stupid right now.
You and me have both done this thing for at least 3 years, I think. We're doing it right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, filming.
Yeah. About what?
About running.
Yeah. So you could say we are
Vlogging.
Yes. How otherwise is that known?
And, are they somehow all YouTubers?
Yes. Loosely. I might have got the words wrong on some of them.
So it's the first 2 40 runs.
The first one is 40 runs, yeah. Also,
Yeah.
aka 40 runs, yeah.
Yeah.
40 runs, yeah.
So running.
Can you name a big YouTube channel that's got the word running in it?
Running the red line.
Yes, you got it.
And then Aubrey or Audrey.
Audrey running.
Yeah.
Bigger than running, sorry, mate.
Bigger than running. Then
Audrey.
Edward, obviously. And then Freddy Runs.
You got
Excellent.
it.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Sorry, Aubrey. Audrey runs. I did it and I thought, oh, he's changed his name as well. He's called Bigger Than Running now.
Yeah.
I totally forgot he's not Audrey running anymore.
Brilliant. Love it.
Oh, there you go. A coven of witches. I think we've all learned something there. 15 ghosts' tears. Brilliant.
Yeah.
From ChatGPT.
So did ChatGPT write that whole question?
Yes. It literally gave me, I said, give me a Halloween-themed question where the answer is 40. And it came up with that within seconds.
Ridiculous.
brilliant.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
So there you go.
Right. Brilliant. Well, on that,
I can finally take this off now. God, I'm boiling.
that was fantastic. So
You've probably seen a bit too much there. Sorry, I've got nothing on underneath this.
Brilliant.
Oh God, I'm boiling.
I was about to start singing "You Can Leave Your Hat On" or something. Then
You can leave your onesie on.
it's about the full Monty. Right. So, have you got anything else for?
No, I think that's everything I wanted to say, and apologise if we've left anybody out. If anybody wrote to us,
yeah, as always,
we'll eventually get round to you.
Yeah,
and,
definitely.
But yeah, we're hoping to get some maybe more guests on, aren't we? In the in the near future, because it is good when we speak to other people.
Yeah,
and
you haven't got to listen to our nonsense for 2 hours.
You just get half of it.
Yeah.
So yes, the end of every month there will be a new themed end of the podcast quiz. So look forward to that every month.
Yeah.
But that's it, I think, from us.
Yeah. So from the Demogorgon and Ron Burgundy, I would like to say, go f*** yourself, San Diego.
I wasn't expecting that.